There are a ton of fun things that you can do with Ikonart, but the one we're most excited about today, of course, is cookies and how to decorate cookies with our stencils. Silkscreen mesh stencils work great for decorating cookies, but the number one question we always get is, are they food safe? Although our original stencils certainly aren't harmful, they aren't FDA approved. So we never could say, yes, they're safe for food until now, because we are launching Ikonart Stencil Glaze. So what this is a coating that you brush on your stencil, the back side with adhesive on it and the top side, and it makes them safe for food contact. So now we can decorate cookies, cakes, whatever our heart desires with Ikonart stencils. So excited for this product. And it's super easy to use, and I'm gonna show you right now how to make Ikonart stencils safe for food contact. All right, so this is everything you need in order to make your Ikonart stencil safe for cookie decorating. So you'll need your rubbing alcohol, your stencil glaze powder, an empty container for cleaning your brush, a couple of Q-tips for spot cleaning, a 1/2 inch or 1 inch chip brush, a couple of absorbent paper towels. We like the Viva brand, and then your imaged Ikonart stencil. All right, let's get started. So all you have to do to make the glaze is open your bottle and fill it to the shoulder or right to above the label with rubbing alcohol. And your bottle will come with a full set of instructions as well on how to do this. So then you just put the cover on and gently shake it. And then just let it sit for maybe 10 to 15 minutes to let everything dissolve and incorporate, and it'll look a little bit cloudy like that. So you want that all to dissolve. And then after it dissolves, you will have a nice amber golden liquid. And that is what we are going to use to brush on our stencil. So I am also gonna put a little bit of rubbing alcohol in this empty jar, and this is gonna be to clean my brush. So this coating is not soluble in water. So this will not wash off your stencil in water, which means it also will not wash off your brush in water. So if you don't use rubbing alcohol to clean your brush after you're done using it, your brush will get all hard. It won't wash off in the water. So that's the only reason for this. All right, so now we're just gonna take a paper towel and I'm gonna remove the backer from my stencil, and I am going to add my coating. So all I do is take my brush and apply liberally. So I really want to make sure I'm applying a nice thick coat on here. And I'm just using the brush to really push it through the openings. And what the absorbent paper towel is doing is catching that through the mesh. So now I'm just gonna put my brush in my cleaning liquid, and I'm gonna switch over to a clean paper towel and let that dry. And then once that side is completely dry, we'll flip over the stencil and do the exact same thing on the other side. Once your stencil is completely dry, you can do the other side, and you'll know it's dry because the glaze takes away all the adhesive on the stencil, and it also makes it look a little bit glossy. So once it's dry and looks glossy like that, you can just go ahead, flip it over, and do the exact same thing on the other side. Again, just flood it. Put your brush in your brush cleaning thing and just move this to a clean, and then just move this to a clean paper towel and let dry. You do want to let it dry flat. You don't want to let it, you don't want to hang dry it, because then it could drip. All right, now both sides of my stencil are dry, and I just wanna do a double check and look in all of the mesh openings to see if any areas look clogged. And I don't know if you can see this on camera. Let's see. So you can kind of see that in the mesh in some areas like that. Most of this one looks pretty good. If you see any mesh areas like that, all you wanna do is take your Q-tip and just plain rubbing alcohol and kind of dab it in there to dissolve that. I'm just pushing it into the paper towel that's below it to kind of dissolve that out of there. So I'm just making sure that nothing looks clogged. This one looks really good, maybe a little bit more right here. And then we should be set. All right, so after that, stencil looks really good. I'm just going to run that under some water to just, make sure it's nice and clean before I use it on my cookie. And our coating is, like I said before, it's not soluble in water, so it resists water. So this should, I should just be able to rinse this and dry it off right away and get started. After your stencil is completely dry, you can just use it as normal. So I am going to use it to airbrush on this cookie. You can use either an airbrushing with it, or you can also just squeegee on royal icing. That works as well. Have my airbrush turned all the way up so that it really pushes through that mesh. You could of course do multiple colors, you can do all sorts of things. Just showing you a basic right now. Nice and dark. But you can see all the great detail you can hold with these stencils as well. Makes it really fun. And now for the best part, the reveal. Beautiful, beautiful. So gorgeous. And that's it. I just rinsed off the airbrushing ink and now I'll just let it dry on a clean surface. I use our release sheets that we sell. It's just silicone coated sheets. And then the stencil is reusable, so you can use it on multiple cookies. I could have even went from one cookie to the next without washing my stencil if I would want to do a bunch of these and just airbrush a bunch in a row. I could have also done that. So I love how that turned out. It's a great example of the amount of detail that you can get, but here are some other ideas as well on how to use our stencils with your cookie decorating. And please keep in mind, I am not a cookie decorator at all. This is all a learning experience for me decorating cookies. I'm sure you guys will all come up with much more creative ideas and ways to use these stencils. So this is just some basic ideas. Of course, you can just stencil right on a cookie, any kind of words, logos, quotes, anything you want. This is just with royal icing, so you could stencil directly on the cookie. Or if you like the look of piped lettering, but you don't like your handwriting, you can just make a stencil and stencil on your cookie with royal icing first, and then remove the stencil and still pipe over the top of that. So almost use this as a template of where to pipe. You can do that with names, lettering, designs, anything. So using it more as a template is also a great use. And then my favorite is just background patterns. So we created this buffalo check pattern. This will be on our website as a free download, and it just airbrushes so beautifully on these cookies. And so you can use it as a background and then do another stencil over the top. So for this one, I had my buffalo check pattern, and then I put the deer head over the top. And I really like how that looked as well. So yeah, some more cookies. Just happy birthday cookies are a great idea. Adventure ahead. You can really make anything you want. Our stencils hold such great detail, and especially with airbrushing, I mean, the possibilities are endless. I cannot wait to see what you guys create with Ikonart Stencil Glaze. So you can follow Ikonart on our Facebook group, Ikonart Crafters group. Tons of great inspiration there. You can post your cookie designs in there, ask questions in there. Tons of support, inspiration, troubleshooting, anything. That all happens in our Facebook group, and we hope to see you there.